Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. We're playing with, yet again, some more holiday makeup. I feel like brands are killing it so far this year with their holiday releases. There is so much beautiful holiday-inspired makeup coming out, and I just personally can't get enough of it, and I am especially excited for this collection that I have in front of me. I have the Natasha Denona Holiday Collection for 2020. So let me just show you guys what I picked up. So I picked up the Mini Zendo palette. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This palette looks absolutely gorgeous. I feel like every single shade inside of this palette looks so wearable, and when I was doing swatches, they felt amazing. I only have one other Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, and it's the bronze palette, and I absolutely love it. It is beautiful. So I'm hoping that this little mini palette right here has the same exact formula and will perform exactly the same. I also have what I'm probably the most excited for is her brand new highlighter. This is the I Need a Nude Glow highlight. First of all, the packaging on this is absolutely gorgeous. It just feels so sleek and luxe and just beautiful. And I think it totally embodies the theme of something that's very nude. It's just very simple. The highlighter on the inside looks absolutely gorgeous. Now this feels very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills collaboration that they did with Amrezy. Like there's really no kick up in this. And I feel like no matter how many times I rub my finger over this pattern inside of the palette, it's like the pattern just stays still, which is kind of nice. It looks like it's never been used, but the swatch had insane payoff. So I am really excited to see how this looks on my skin. And then last but not least, I picked up one of the lipstick shades. I picked up mine in the shade Andrea. There was one other one, but here's the deal. I have so many nude lipsticks. With wearing a mask all the time and everything right now, I just couldn't justify picking up the other shade. So I picked up the one that really spoke to me the most with the types of undertones that I wanted. And this shade here, Andrea, is described with more of like a nude with a pinky undertone, which is what I typically gravitate towards the most. Let's start out actually with the lipstick because I so badly need something on my lips. Now I do want to comment on the scent. These smell like sweet, like vanilla frosting, and it smells so good. I don't really have any lipsticks that smell quite this good. It's very similar to how the MAC lipsticks smell, but I feel like this one is even more sweeter and just a bit more potent, which I love. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm not going to use a lip liner or anything. I just kind of want to see how this goes on the lips on its own. So I always like to do like a first swipe impression. How does it feel? It does glide very nice along the lips, and I'm seeing the first swipe, and it definitely is my type of nude. It looks gorgeous. Very, very creamy. I don't see any feathering. It's very opaque, and it went on really nice. I knew right away when I saw the swatches, it's one of those nudes where it borders like almost too light for my lips, and that's what I love. I love those types of shades. It's just gorgeous, and it's sitting really nice on the lips. I am liking that. It doesn't feel very dry or anything. Definitely has more of like a demi kind of finish. I wouldn't say it's matte, but I definitely wouldn't say that it's a cream finish. It feels very comfortable and I'm really into it. We'll kind of see how it wears throughout the video. That's partly why I wanted to put this on right away so that we could get a good idea of how it sits on the lips. Do I get one of those nasty white rings around my mouth? Do I end up with butthole lips? You guys get the drift. So we'll see how it wears, but the color is perfect and spot on for me. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and try out this gorgeous highlighter right here. So excited because I found my Sigma Rose Gold highlighting brush. Been looking everywhere for this. When I switched my filming space, I still have a whole bunch of stuff in my other room. I'm not going to chat too much about that, but I just want to share with you guys that I'm really excited that I found my Sigma Rose Gold highlighting brush. This is an F03. It's like the best highlighter brush. This is so smooth. Like there is literally like no kick up at all. And I probably just picked up a crap ton of highlighter on my brush. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the high points of the cheeks. Now the reason why I love a highlight like this is because I do really want a highlight that gives me a nude glow, which means it's kind of like very natural with my skin. It only kind of shows up when it hits the light, and that is exactly what this is doing. I'm looking in the viewfinder. This is beautiful. I feel like I picked up a ton of product, but it's not looking too chalky on the skin at all. It's not exaggerating any texture. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more. So beautiful. You can definitely layer it up. I do have to say I am a huge fan so far of how it's sinking into my skin. It doesn't look like that it's sitting on top. It just looks very natural. The formula just feels very nice, glides right across the skin. This is a perfect highlighter. I knew right away when I saw this that I was going to love it. But let's go ahead and move on to this cute little eyeshadow palette right here. I'm really excited. These shadows, I could wear every single one of them. That's what I love about this. This is extremely wearable. This is gonna look good on any skin tone. I love the compact packaging. I like that I can see the colors right through the top. This is beautiful. All right, and you guys, you should be proud of me. I actually have cleaned off brushes this time. I wanna get like every single shade on my eyes, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Let's dive into this. I'm gonna try to get every single shade on my eyes today. All right, now that I got you guys more zoomed in, look at that highlight. I cannot stop looking in the viewfinder. That highlight is just gorgeous. Back to the eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna start off with this brush right here. This is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. This is the JH32. And we're just gonna start off with this light shade right here. And the shade names are on the back, but you guys know that I am so bad at that because I never know if they're mirrored or if they match with on the back. So I'm just gonna point. So we're gonna do this light shade right here. A little bit of kick up, but nothing too crazy. And we're just gonna kind of lay this down as our transition shade. It's like a very soft mauve-y blush. These lighter shades have been kind of tricking me lately. Same thing happened when I did my review of the BH Cosmetics Naughty palette. I put this lighter shade in my crease and I was like, okay. Looked much lighter in the pan, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this one right here. But you know what? I like that. It actually shows up, so that's a good thing if you ask me. Definitely don't need a lot. I just very lightly dipped my brush into the pan once, tapped off the excess, and then here we are. This is a beautiful shade. This is one of those shades where if you're just kind of on the run, you want something quick just in the crease, boom, this does the trick. It's very, very pretty, very nude, very soft, just a very easy, everyday wearable shade. Take this taper brush. This is a Morphe R39. We're gonna dip into this deeper shade right here on the end. I'm gonna focus that more on the outer portion of the eye. That is also such a really pretty shade. I'm really into like my plum shadows, my more blush type tones. So beautiful. Now this is ultimately how I'm deeping up that outer corner. Blend, blend, blend away. A good eyeshadow look is all about how you take time to blend. Obviously I edit out most of the blending that I do, otherwise you guys would be sitting here watching me blend for quite some time. That is the reality of it. I've thought about almost uploading a video that's like unedited of me doing my eyeshadow so you can actually see in real time how long it takes. So comment down below if you'd like to see something like that. I think that that would be kind of interesting and kind of fun to see. This is gorgeous already. Like I could stop right here and be done and just be totally into this look. This is so pretty. These shadows look so soft and not drying. I do want to mention that I tend to get cyclic dermatitis around my eyes and like around my mouth here. And I can always tell when a product is made with really good, soft, very blendable ingredients, blendable pigments, because it doesn't attach to any of my dry patches. I'm not having a flare right now. Just looking at how soft and how easy these shadows just blend and look so diffused is gorgeous. It like looks like it's one with my skin and it's very unique. I don't see a lot of shadows perform that way. A lot of the times we talk about the blend of the shadow, which obviously is very important, but there is also that aspect, especially with matte shadows, of how well do they sit on the skin? Just like a highlight, does it look like it's sitting on top or does it look flush with your skin? And this is looking very flush. I'm really impressed with the two mattes that are in this palette. I do just want to make note of that. I do, like I said, want to figure out how to get this deeper shade on my eyes. I want to try to get everything. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that just yet, but what I do know is I think I want to go ahead and take this shade right here. It's almost like a duochrome. It's like a greenish, silvery. I can't quite describe it. And that I want to put like right in the center of my lid and blend it in right with that deeper shade that I laid down and really blend it in. I want to take it almost all the way out, but not quite. And again, this is something I try to leave my eye mostly open for when I'm doing my shadow because I don't want that metallic to get hidden on my lid. So when I open my eyes, it's completely gone. I still want to see it there. Now I want to take this shade right here. I'm going to put that all over the inner corner and just blend that in. Now I didn't wipe off my finger because I kind of wanted the two colors to mix a little bit. This shade could also qualify a bit more as a topper, I would say, because when you do swatch it, it does show up a bit more sheer, but that's why I almost wanted to mix it with this to just give it a little bit more dimension, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It looks very unique. It turns into a shade that you really haven't seen before, and we definitely need more of that. I feel like most of us by now, those who collect makeup, those that are makeup enthusiasts, we have pretty much every shade. But like, look at how when the light hits it, how both of those colors shift. Oh my goodness, that is just so incredibly beautiful. All right, you guys, how are we going to incorporate this darker shade? I think we might put this on the lower lash line, but I really want to keep it very tight. I'm gonna take this brush right here, this Harry Potter brush that was done within collaboration with Ulta, and I love these brushes. They're like the Deathly Hallows brushes. They're so gorgeous. So I'm gonna dip into that deeper shade, and it is metallic. I'm gonna try to keep it very, very close. Putting this on the lower lash line kind of brought this to a different level. It's making it a little bit more smoky, a little bit more like a mysterious look, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna take this Sigma brush right here. This is an E55. And I'm gonna dip into this deeper blush shade again and just kind of mix that with that shade I just put down. I'm kind of a huge fan of really blowing out the lower lash line, and I think it'll look really pretty with it. I have to take advantage of all of the real estate on my eyes as I can because they are hooded. So I have to take full advantage of just really using up as much space as I possibly can to create a look. And I think that this looks gorgeous. I am so happy with the way that this is turning out. Now to highlight the inner corner, I think I'm actually gonna dip into the highlighter for this. Cleaned off my Harry Potter brush and we're just gonna dip into that. I'm gonna use that to highlight on the inner corner. This highlighter is such a tease because it has like no kick up whatsoever. Like I can just scrape my brush across this and I see nothing coming up. And I'm not used to that, obviously, when doing my eyes especially. So it's like I feel like I'm not getting anything on the brush, but I totally am. This is the perfect highlight for eyeshadow too, because it doesn't fluff everywhere. It just gives you the perfect amount of light. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pop on some eyeliner in the waterline. I don't know, maybe I'll do a wing. We'll see. Pop on some mascara, and then I will be right back with my final thoughts. All right, so here is the completed look, and I do have to say I am extremely impressed. Let's go over everything. Let's do a little bit of a recap. First off, let's talk about the lipstick shade in the shade Andrea. I am obsessed. This is like the nude lipstick of my dreams. I think I might have found something that has taken the place of a couple of my other favorite nude lipsticks. This is just gorgeous. It has the perfect undertones. The formula feels fantastic. My lips do not feel dry. I did go ahead and jazz it up a bit. I put on a little bit of lip liner just to help define my lips just a little bit more, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. I'm not getting any weird separation. It looks like it's wearing quite nice. The pigmentation is still there. It hasn't settled into lines or broken up or anything like that. So this lipstick definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I do want to try more of the shades because I know that she has like a full line of nude themed lipsticks. So I'm really excited about that. Let's talk about this highlighter. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. I think that this is going to become one of my favorite highlighters. It just looks so glowy and reflective. Doesn't exaggerate texture, isn't exaggerating any lines on my skin. I do always like to note that I do have a bit of texture to my skin. I tend to be more dry as well, which is really important when it comes to finding a highlighter, is finding one that doesn't exaggerate that dryness, doesn't look chalky, doesn't look like it's sitting on top of the skin, and this one definitely does it. It doesn't have any chunky glitter. It just has the most beautiful high shine, beautiful sheen. What I also like about it is that you can dip your brush in just a little bit and give yourself just the most subtle glow, or you can build it up. And again, like I said, it never looks choppy or chunky. It is gorgeous. Package A+. Can't wait to use this more. And then last but not least, the eyeshadow palette. Here's the deal with this. I love the shades. I think that I can create some more unique looks. I like the size. I like that it's compact. It is very everyday friendly. I love the two matte shades in this palette. Like I said before in the beginning when I was putting on the matte shades, I really loved how blendable they were, how buttery they were, and how they didn't exaggerate any dryness on my eyes. They just look beautiful. They truly do feel like butter on the skin. The metallic shades, absolutely stunning. I can't imagine how they would look if I were to wet my brush. The intensity would probably be absolutely insane because even with just my finger, I get a lot of dimension out of it. gorgeous. I did manage to get every single shade on my eyes, which I love, which means that you can create looks very easily with this palette. The color story is very good, and the formula truly is a plus. Overall, I would say this collection is definitely worth looking into. If you are a fan of Natasha Denona, you love her formulas, you will absolutely love it. If you haven't tried the lipsticks, definitely give them a try. Fantastic. This highlighter is I want to say that I'm most impressed with it, but I have a hard time saying that because I loved everything I tried. Overall, beautiful collection, beautiful packaging, just gorgeous. I do want to mention that I did order these from Sephora. I don't know if they're available at Beautylish quite yet. I do know that you can also get it directly from Natasha Denona's website as well. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. As always, I say comment down below and let me know if there's any other holiday collections that you would like to see me review. If you are enjoying the content, you're already here, you made it this far, why not hit the subscribe button? And like I always say, hit the second subscribe button, aka the bell button, so that you get notifications when I upload videos just like this one. I wanna thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.